Hey guys, welcome back. This week's a little different for a lot of reasons. We're actually in a totally new area. We're in Arkansas, so we'll have some fun stuff from our trip visiting family. In the meantime, this one I wanted to be about was really focusing on a challenge that I did. So it's just going to be me this week. Christian is off doing his thing, but this week is all about my August run challenge. My coach Carleigh, she's great. She's been trying to keep everybody motivated and gave us the challenge of running a 2K, 5K, and a 10K every week through the month of August. The goal was to push the pace, see what you could do, see how your body felt, and just being uncomfortable and getting used to that. So I wanted to share kind of how I did and kick it off with the 2K runs. Day one done, 2K, I lost the time, over 10 minutes, 8:24 pace. August run challenge, week 2, run 4, 2K in the books. Went so much faster this week, I'm not really sure why. Positive attitude might have helped, in a better mood this week. But instead of 8:25 pace last week, I did 7:44 today, which is wild. I can't even believe that. My fastest mile in high school was 8:10. So kind of crazy. A little downhill, but otherwise just tried to do my best. So good day. August run challenge, week 3, run 7. It's a little later than normal. Decided to let it cool off a little because we're in the middle of a heat wave, but 2K run done, a little slower than last week, but it was following a brick, so 50-minute ride and a run to preview for my little virtual race this weekend. So yeah, still broke 10 minutes for 2K, so I'm super happy. Final 2K of the August run challenge is complete. Fastest one to date. Got my fastest mile at 7:27. It was a 7:31 2K pace overall. Pretty stoked, pretty exhausted. Paced like absolute shit because I was just trying to go fast and impress Christian, but pretty stoked. And this has been kind of fun to see the difference. 2 more runs left. So the 2K distances was definitely the most out of my comfort zone. I've always told myself I'm not a runner and I'm not fast, which I am stopping doing now. But really it was really short for me in a really fast distance and kind of powered through. So the biggest thing for me was to just put it all out there and get used to trying really hard on a short distance, which was out of my comfort zone. But just pushing it the best I can. I really worked on positive mentality, telling myself I could do it, telling myself I could get faster. So as you guys saw, I really did as it went. Overall, over a 2K, I ended up decreasing my time by 1 minute and 8 seconds. So I'm super excited about that. The last pace was something I never thought I would do. I haven't seen those paces in a very long time, and it was very short windows that I usually saw them. So it was really fun to try the 2K. And let's jump to the 5K. August run challenge, run 2, done, 5K. Today's goal was to finish. I'm reminded why I always wear a hat, not a buff. Super sunny today, but even though I felt like absolute dog shit pretty much most of the run, I actually managed to do 9:06 pace, which is super good for me. So I'm excited. Week 2, run 5K in the books. Set another PR. Tried to do better at pacing, didn't bonk as much, kind of progression run, and yeah. So thanks, Kayla, for pushing me. This is, I think, teaching me a lot. Week 3, run 8, 5K. You can hear it in my voice, but it's pretty smoky here right now. So pace didn't matter today. I had to slow it down because I was coughing a lot. So unfortunately, this was a let's just do it and slow down run. So week 3, 5K, easy pace, done. August Run Challenge, final 5K, fastest 5K by like a millisecond. Basically my second fastest was 8:44 pace, this was 8:43, and I fumbled with my watch at the end, so I call that the fastest of the challenge. Kind of stoked because it is so hot today, but fortunately no more smoke in the air, so I can breathe. Yeah, one more to go. So the 5K is definitely an interesting distance for me. Christian ran it in college and has done all of these forever, but for me, it was a really tough one because you're not redlining like you are on the 2K, and it's a little endurance, but then fast, and I just had a hard time overall with that. So a big thing I was focusing on was just learning how to pace myself, seeing what I could do and pushing it the most I could do, while still knowing it was, 30 minutes or less than, which I used to always think 10-minute miles, and I'm starting to rewire myself for that. So yeah, it was definitely a big one to focus on pace and really pushing it, seeing what I could do. Unfortunately, as you guys saw as I went, California had those really bad fires. One of the days I ended up not really trying to push it, and to be honest, I felt it for about 3 days after that. I ended up changing my plans, didn't do some other things I had, mostly just because the air quality was really affecting me, and obviously that is the most important thing first. But overall, still pretty stoked on how it went. I got a minute and 14 seconds faster as I went, and I'd actually done one 5K even right before this and dropped even more time. So I feel really good, and I felt really fast as I was going and felt dead, but was still focusing on pacing while not starting too fast and getting out there. So then for the hardest one for me to learn how to pace was the 10K. Run number 3 done for August Run Challenge. Today was a 10K. I was so sore. All I wanted to do was break an hour, and I ended up doing 57:04, so 9:11 pace was great for me. It actually set a 5K record at the beginning, faster than I did any other time, and at least recently. And then I got pretty tired. I wonder why. But another one down. Week 2, run 6, 10K today. So I tried to do another progression run. It didn't really work. Went a little slower than last week. Went 9:18, I think, versus 9:11. But it's really hard to try and speed up when you've never been good at it, and just doing what I can. So it's a good day out there. Waited till it cooled down a little because it's kind of hot this weekend. So on to week 3. So my journey with the 10K was definitely a little bit of a roller coaster in general. Didn't all go that well, but had some good wins too. So basically the very first one, I just tried to go as fast as I could and hold on the best I could, which is pretty much the worst way to pace, but did what I could. The second week, I paced 10 times better. I started out slow, set all these different splits on my Garmin, set all these different paces, and they were pretty aggressive, so I just did the best that I could to hit these paces. Really, overall, it's probably the best I have ever paced a 10K in my life. Still bonked a little at the end, but I'd put it really aggressive, so I was pretty happy with how that went. And then just in general, weeks 3 and 4, unfortunately, because of the fires, I canceled my virtual race that I had. I was pretty bummed out because that's the closest thing we'd had to racing this year, and even can't even do virtual races because of smoke, but I'm still going to do it later. And then, unfortunately, we were on our drive out to Arkansas, realized the day I was supposed to do the 10K, one was the altitude in Flagstaff, and 2, we forgot about time changes. So if you're doing a road trip, pay attention to that, because we lost 2 hours in the day. And really because of that, it just didn't make sense to fit the run in because we had to get across a few states. So it's a little hit and miss, a little unfinished business. So I've got a few 10Ks coming up in terms of runs and workouts that I kind of want to tackle this unfinished business on. But overall, still pretty proud of it. So overall, the run challenge was super fun in a painful way. Running is hard, probably always will be, but had a really good time, really learned a lot about myself. And really, I'd say kind of my top 3 biggest takeaways were that, I can run fast. I need to tell myself that more, and to not worry about endurance. I was able to really push my pace in ways I didn't think I could do. So it really pushed me out of my comfort zone, and that was absolutely massive. Doing all hard runs was definitely a challenge. I'm used to intervals or tempos or endurance with recovery, and especially since there haven't been any races lately, there's nothing to really do to, push yourself like that. So that was definitely a whole new feature. And really overall, I've been working on kind of mindset a lot lately and having a positive mindset and just a positive attitude as I'm going, and that made a massive difference on tough days and, getting through tough moments, even a few intervals that were not as easy as others. So just having a positive mindset was absolutely massive. So overall, great challenge. Thank you again, Kayla, for pushing me out of my comfort zone. Her handle's below if you guys want to check it out. And please like and subscribe. Let us know anything interesting in the comments, and pretty excited to share this with you guys. So thanks.